G'day. Welcome back, Rebels. Ever look at your local politician and think, damn, that is a full-blown Karen demanding to speak with the manager for the sake of democracy? Or is it worse? Are we all tributes in the Hunger Games, fighting for scraps while the capital elites sip their champagne? Like Jane Hume the other day, well, last October, talking to Nat Barr, and she joked, I do look fetching in a Cobra. I'll tell you that much. I'd have to speak slower in the country to talk about the regions more down in Cocky's Corner.
I'd have to speak a lot slower and talk about the regions more often down in Cocky's Corner.
Later on, of course, she added that she couldn't move to the country because she's too fond of her coffee and the free markets, basically implying that you can't get a good coffee in the bush, and we're pretty shit at economic. Today, we're diving into the cesspool of politics, and we're asking the question: are politicians just entitled Karens bossing us around, or is this whole system rigged like a death match in the Hunger Games? Buckle up, because I'm about to roast these suits and spill how power turns good intentions into absolute trash. So hit that like button if you've ever voted and regretted it. Let's go. Starting with the basics. Every politician is a Karen at heart. Just think about them. You know the type. They think they know how you should live your life better than you do. Wear a mask, pay more tax, eat your veggies, or else. COVID proved that they're all Karens, didn't it? These power-hungry clowns, they locked us down. They hoarded all the ventilators. They preached from their ivory towers in Canberra while we all Netflixed our sanity away, stuck in the house. You remember the curfews, the fines, the essential worker crap? That wasn't leadership. It was straight up control. Utter freak mode. And get this, they all start out saying, I became a politician because I want to make a difference. Fast forward one term, and they're regurgitating the same tired slogans. Build back better, make Australia great again, blah, 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 blah. No originality, just party policy approved sound bites. Why? Because power corrupts, and absolute power? Yeah, it turns you into a monster. Lord Acton nailed it once. Once they taste that sweet, sweet authority, forget helping the little guy, it's the ego trip, like every other Karen in the history of the world. But hold up, they didn't wake up evil. No, the system's rigged from the get-go. Every poly who gets elected, they didn't just charm voters. Before they could charm the voters, they had to be pre-selected, just like in the Hunger Games. And that's where the party insiders, these shadowy kingmakers, they pick their favourites to put up to you. You've got to be on the in crowd, in with the faction, kiss the right rings, but then you owe the right debts. You've done the right thing, and now you're on the ballot card. But you owe them. They own you. You're a puppet. Make a difference vibe? Gone out the window. It's negated by the machine. And here's more twisted logic that they tell themselves. You can't do any good if you're not in power. Fair enough, right? Except to stay in power, you've got to become the thing you swore you wanted to fight. You have to join the team. You have to break the slogans, and you have to do the wheeling and dealing. Suddenly, you're not a reformer. Suddenly, you're a super Karen in a world of super Karens. You have to scratch backs. When a faction buddy needs a favour, boom, you get it done. Now he owes you. In it for the long haul, you say. For the good of the people. It's all about power. If power corrupts, what about absolute power? It turns you into that capital overlord in the Hunger Games, laughing while the districts starve. Is this politics or a dystopian fan flick? Tell me in the comments what you reckon. Enough doom scrolling. How do we fix this hot mess? I'm not saying storm the Bastille. Well, not yet. But here's some real talk, some solutions to clip these Karens' wings and end the Hunger Games. Firstly, term limits. Cap their time in office. No more career politicians turning into immortal vampires, sucking the life out of democracy. But heads up, that's not the perfect solution. With it, the kingmakers, they're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the unelected shadows. Like the party presidents and the backroom bosses and the whips, they're all still there. They're just not elected. Still, it's still better than letting them rot in power forever and just sucking on the blood of the country forever. Second, I reckon they need real world experience, and it has to be mandatory. No more fresh-faced intern jumping straight into the arena. We're talking minimum, say, 15 years in the real workforce, grinding it out like the rest of us. Not fetching coffee for a senator, that's not going to cut it. Maybe, tradesmen, shop clerks, academics, just real world people who think they can make a bit of a change. Anything is cool as long as it's not working for a politician and just learning the game from the inside. Working for a poly doesn't count. That should count you out. Working for a politician is just Hunger Games training camp. We've got to make them earn their scars by doing a real 9 to 5 before they dictate how we get our scars. All right. And third, full and open public audits from all donations and all perks. Transparency on steroids. I don't care if it's a mum and pop donating $10 to the local Labor Party. I don't care if it's billionaires like Gina Reinhardt giving Pauline Hanson an aeroplane ride somewhere. Everything gets publicly audited. And we also have to link it all up. So if someone gives a donation from their personal account, but their company gives a donation as well, and their wife gives a donation as well, and a company that the wife's on the board of gives a donation as well, that all needs to be linked together so we know that that little nucleus, how much money those persons and groups and whatever, how much they've actually given. So it's all linked. No more anonymous bribes disguised as goodwill. We need to shine a light on these cockroaches and you just watch them scatter. If we implement this, maybe, just maybe, we'll get a politicians who aren't Karens or aren't tributes. But until then, we're just extras in their game. So, what do you think? Are all politicians Karens? Or is this just straight up the Hunger Games? I think it's both. It's a hybrid nightmare. So if this video fired you up, and you still hear it right at the end, so hopefully, smash the subscribe button so I can make more of this. Drop me a comment so I know what you think and what you want to hear later. And most of all, share this video so other people can see what the real people are talking about. The algorithm will bury it if it doesn't make all the markers. So let's make some noise, like, share, subscribe, and power to the people, not to the puppets. Anyway, like I always say, you really have to be safe out there, and thanks for watching.